YouTube, your boy is back. D is back. I wanted to get on here. It's Sunday, another Sunday. I tend to have more, I guess, time on Sundays. So I wanted to get on here. I wanted to give y'all some good, valuable content, something hopefully you can use. We're just vibing out right now, um, chilling, focused. I did a 5 mile run today. Usually I do my runs. I don't do nothing else. I just take a little nap or relax and just reflect on my life, reflect where I'm at right now, all the blessings that's been bestowed upon me. Um, just be thankful. Your attitude reflects your altitude. I truly believe that. So I want to give you some more insight on some things that's been going through my head last night. I really couldn't sleep because it's so much I want to talk to you guys about, but I don't want to get too lengthy. I want to give you guys quality work or a quality conversation. I just don't want to talk to talk. You know what I mean? I don't want to talk just to hear myself because I'm with myself all the time, right? I want to give you guys good quality, or ladies, good quality content. I want to share my story and hope that it helps you or somebody that you may know. If you're going through something, I want to be able to assist you with the words that come out of my mouth and the the words that come from my spirit, right? It's all to assist you, to help you, to help your healing process. Everything I say may not resonate with you, and that's okay. Um, there are, YouTubers, content creators that I listen to almost on a daily. Not everything resonates with me or fits for my lifestyle, but I use what I can use, and I share what I can share, and whatever else, I kind of, put it to the side. And that's all I ask you for you to do. If it's something that resonates with you, it's something that touches you, um, you know, in a positive way, please just comment. Anybody that comments, I try to get back to you and have a conversation. I'm not too good to talk to nobody. So if you leave a comment, I will get back to you. If you leave a comment, I will, converse with you. There's a couple people that I don't know where they are in the country or even in the world that have commented on my videos, and I try to get back to them as soon as I can, or I possibly see it. So please, just keep it positive. If you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything. But if you have something you want to share or something that resonated with you that I shared, please comment. I welcome it. Um, this video might bounce around a little bit. I don't really have nothing scheduled. I never really do. I just come off the dome with things. But it seems like the religion or the organization or the cult of Jehovah's Witnesses has really enticed people about my videos, especially since my story is kind of unique. The fact that I kind of went totally opposite in my occupation and my career path than the religion would allow, right? So, a little about me: I grew up a Jehovah's Witness. For those of you that are watching that haven't watched my other videos, I grew up a Jehovah's Witness. I was what they consider a born-in Jehovah's Witness. So 4 generations: my great grandmother, my grandmother, and then my father. Um, all, all were in the religion. If they're still alive, they're in religions to this day. But I got to a crossroads in my life, and I'm not going to go too detailed into it because I shared in other videos. So please look at my other videos. But I realized that I was 50-50. I could stay in a religion or I can go out of the religion. And staying in the religion at that time, I wasn't happy, right? I was not happy. And it was a fake happiness. It was going to their kingdom halls or their churches. If you're not familiar with their places of meeting, they call them kingdom halls. And it was a fake smile. It was a fake, look back on it now, I could say this because I thought I was just trying to force happiness, or trying to make myself happy, or saying that I shouldn't feel the way I felt, and I wasn't happy. But looking back on it now, I wasn't happy. I wasn't spiritually filled. my cup wasn't spiritually filled, as they call it. I was just going through the motions. And if you're familiar with Jehovah's Witnesses, we do that a lot. I shouldn't say we, because I'm not a Jehovah's Witness no more. I'm an ex-Jehovah's Witness. But they do that a lot. And you put on this persona, you put on this face, you put on this smile. You welcome people open arms, and you're really not feeling that. It's definitely a front, and that religion is all about put on the front. I don't, there's not too many people that can tell me that they're genuinely happy all the time in that religion. It's not possible. It's not possible. And if you're watching this and you just left the religion, or you're watching this and you're currently in, I don't believe you. If you're telling me opposite of that, I really don't believe it, because I lived it. My father was an elder. I experienced my father as an elder, and I experienced my father as a regular publisher. You know what I'm saying? And both ways, it was like he was always stressed out. You know what I mean? Those of you that are introduced to religion later on in life, or grew up, or your parent never was an elder or something like that, there's certain things that you don't see, that the elders' kids see, and the elders' wives see. And a lot of things they're not allowed to speak on, but you can kind of read between the lines. You can kind of understand certain things and see certain things when things aren't right. And I knew that things weren't right at the 18s, early, especially early 20s, and I wasn't gonna put my name to that. So for me, if you look at one of the videos, I have videos saying from Jehovah's Witness to law enforcement, or Jehovah's Witness to correctional officer, or Jehovah's Witness to military. I did totally opposite, right? I was like, listen, y'all not paying the bills. All y'all want is my donation, but you're not teaching me anything. Like, I know some of my friends, they go to church and they actually have, their Bible study, but then they actually have a financial course that you can take at the church. Jehovah's Witnesses don't have nothing like that. Everything is pray and wait on the governing body and wait on God. And that sounds good, but when you got no money in your pocket, or you got no funds coming in, you need something to sustain you, right? So for me, I just knew that I wanted a career. A lot of Jehovah's Witnesses, unless they had a career, went to college before they joined that organization, a lot of them don't have careers. They have jobs, because you need to support yourself. They don't have careers. And I knew I wanted a career, right, that I can support myself. And I always wanted a family. I always wanted kids from a very young age. So, I had to support them. And with them not supporting their members and going to school for further education, I had to figure it out, right? I had to figure it out. And I knew I wanted to help people. I knew I wanted to serve people. I knew I wanted to be a difference in my community besides knocking on doors, right? When I was younger, I thought knocking on the door on Saturday, Sunday morning, or even during the week, during the summertime, I was helping people. I was saving lives. And, looking back on it now, I realized it was just such a waste of time. It was just time that I could have, been in the books, studying, being a better student in school. I could have, been a better athlete. It's just so much other things I could have did at a younger age, right? That was time wasted knocking on doors, burning, gas up for free for the organization. And it's just one of those things that they trick their members into. And I'm glad that I woke up. I'm glad that I have family that, they never made me look, or I should say look, but never made me feel that I was a fool for believing it, because I was raised that way. You know what I'm saying? All they did was kind of hold my hand and say, hey, we're going to show you a different way. Hey, think about this. Hey, look at this. Do your research. Invest your time in this and tell me what you think. It was never wake up, wake up, wake up. And for those of you that are ex-JWs that are out and that are fully awake now, understand that it's a hard process. And if you're more healed from the process now, sometimes we forget that somebody freshly coming out of that organization, the whirlwind of emotions, the whirlwind of um, you know, your mind playing tricks on you. You know what I mean? Like, am I doing the right thing? Am I not doing the right thing? So we have to have patience. It's a healing process. There's certain things that to this day I've been out over a decade and I still um, sometimes use some of the lingo just because it's so embedded in your DNA. You know what I mean? So be patient. We all want our family members out. We all want to be able to do regular stuff with them and spend time with them. And time don't waste for nobody, right? And I knew that. And I knew that eventually when I came to those crossroads, I had to do me, right? I had to do me. So I did me. I went into law enforcement. Now I'm currently in the military. I'm not in law enforcement no more. I still have plenty of friends, family members that, cops, deputies, correctional officers. I got friends from every level of corrections. I got people in the county I'm friends with. I got people that still work the state. I still got connections in the feds. I still keep those connections close. They're my brothers and my sisters. They'll always be. And I always have their back and they'll always have mine. You know what I'm saying? And we've been in situations where, you know, we could have got hurt bad. You know what I mean? Like, I seen them at a tough situation. I seen them when the pressure was on. And they seen me when the pressure was on. And we knew we had each other's backs. You don't have that in that organization. You see everybody, well, now it's not suit and tie, but back then it was suit and tie, and this is my brother, and this is my sister, but you don't really know what's really going on with that person. You really don't know what's going on in their mind, what's going on in their heart, right? But when I was working in corrections, I may not know what's going on in their mind and heart all the time, but when stuff hit the fan, I knew they had my back. I didn't have to guess. You know what I'm saying? When pressure was pressuring, I knew they had my back, and I knew they knew I had their back. There was no second guessing, and I appreciate that coming from that environment where everybody wears a mask. You know what I mean? And now, law enforcement was that blue line, and corrections we want to concise it down. We see the gray line, and now I'm currently in the military. I started my other businesses, which I'll talk about maybe in another video. This channel really isn't for that. But I have like 3 other businesses. But when it comes down to the military, that's that. I got your back, you got my back. You know what I'm saying? And I may die next to you, and I'm okay with that. Different type of mentality. Jehovah's Witnesses say they have, like, that's my brother. I'll go to jail for him. I'll die for him. I don't believe that. I don't feel like they've been in position, this current generations of Jehovah's Witnesses, where they ever had to prove that. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I worked in a prison, I had to prove myself. Like, yeah, if somebody swings on you, somebody threatens you with a weapon, I prove myself. They know that I'm coming. They know that I got their back, and and they had to prove themselves to me. I had to feel safe, right? And in the military, it's kind of the same way. It's like, something happens, I gotta know that you got me, and you have to know and feel confident that I got you, and build that relationship, and that takes time. And I know, people for 20-25 years in the organization that I'm not sure if stuff hit the fan would have my back. I would want to believe that because we grew up together, but if they worked as a carpenter their whole life, and I'm not throwing no shit on carpentry or any trades, or they worked as a janitor their whole life, how do I really know that they don't have my back? How do I know when the pressure's on that, they're gonna have my back? And if you're, a JW, and you are watching this, because you're not supposed to, according to their rules, but if you are, think about that. Think about if Armageddon comes, the end of the world comes, and you need a place to stay, or you need somebody to have your back. Are those people in the organization really gonna have your back? If you get in legal trouble, will they really have your back? So it's something to think about. You know what I'm saying? I've been part of religion. I've been part of that cult. We're supposed to be a brotherhood. I've been in real brotherhoods. You know what I'm saying? Corrections is real brotherhoods. We in that situation together. Military, real brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying there's not negative things that happen, military or negative things that happen in law enforcement. We all know there is. But the type of people, the type of individuals I come across in a short period of time, the love, the genuine want to be there for you is unmarked. And I didn't believe that it could be like that because of how I was raised. And when you walk away from that religion and you're walking through the world and you're just seeing things that you were taught that were wrong, or seeing things that you were taught that people are going to treat you a certain type of way, and they don't. You know what I mean? They treat you with respect, or they treat you, they show love. They break bread with you. They take their shirt off their back. And these are supposed to be worldly people. These are people of the world, people that don't have a godly fear. You know what I mean? And some of them are like that, but a lot of people I've come across, and be the military, you come across a lot of people. You know what I mean? I've met more people from Florida than I ever met in my life. I met more people from Texas that I never, ever met in my life. I met more people from North Cali, South Cali. Like the military is a great networking because you meet everybody. Chicago, Kansas, places I would never even go. Indiana, you know what I'm saying? And we like this now, you know what I mean? In a short period of time. I was just talking to one of my friends yesterday. You know what I'm saying? He's from Barbados. You know what I mean? He's in Texas right now in training. And he's like, bro, I miss you, bro. Like, I miss our brotherhood. Like, I kind of low-key want to go back to boot camp. You know what I mean? And boot camp was 9 weeks. In 9 weeks, we grew such a bond. You know what I'm saying? That was the guy actually was my bunkie. I was on top bunk, he was on bottom bunk. You know what I mean? And so, as you go through life and you start experiencing different things, and this is specifically for my people that are leaving the organization or scared to leave the organization. I'm not gonna say don't be scared. I'm not gonna say that, because even though I was kicked out, I was scared. You know what I mean? But the world's gonna be here whether you a Jehovah's Witness or you're not a Jehovah's Witness. The world's gonna cease spinning around the sun. We still gonna have day and night. We still gonna have 24 hours. It's all about how you want to spend your 24 hours. I don't care if you Beyonce, Jay-Z, Elon Musk, Donald Trump, Barack Obama, Denzel Washington. I don't care who you are. We all got 24 hours. I don't care how much political influence you have. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care how broke you are. I don't care if you have a drug problem. I don't care if you have an alcohol problem. I don't care if you have a sex problem. I don't care, if you have an anger. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? The earth don't care. The sun don't care. The stars don't care. The moon don't care. 24 hours still going to rotate. How do you want to spend it? And I realized with me, I didn't want to spend it. I didn't want to spend it being stuck. I didn't want to spend it wondering what else is out there. I wanted to spend it enjoying my life, building my future so I could enjoy my life in my senior years. Talking to the youth, talking to the young people. When I was in boot camp in the military, I was like big bruh. You know what I'm saying? I was big bruh to like the mid-20 guys, and like 17, 18, I was like, You know what I mean? So, I had both big bruh, and to be able to talk to people with purity, not trying to convince them about a religion, not trying to convince them about God, just convince them about how to go through life, how to treat their mother, how to treat their girlfriend, how to be a dad. One of the things that touched me when I was in boot camp was, and this is especially when, watch my other video, I talk about my son, my oldest son, and holding him one night or a couple nights and looking in his eyes and say, how am I going to raise you? How am I going to raise you in a religion, in this cult? Or am I going to just give you a chance to be a regular human being? And when I was in boot camp, one of my friends, Will, he's 21, 22, early 20s, and he would see me on the phone, because we get our phones every 2 weeks. He would see me on the phone talking to my kids. He would see the letters I write them. He would hear how I talk about them, how I show their pictures. And he said, Horn, you're an inspiration to me. He's like, I want to be a dad just like you. And that touched me. It really touched me, like to the point where I had to like walk away, because it's like, this guy has only known me a couple weeks, not even a full 9 weeks at that point. And he saw how in tune I was with my family, in tune I was with my kids specifically. And he's like, I want to be a dad just like you. I want to copy you, because you're the kind of dad I want to be. And this is as you see, I'm a black dude from the East Coast. He's a white dude, young white guy from the West Coast, and I would have never met him if it wasn't for the military. And we're friends right now. Like, I literally FaceTimed him yesterday. When my screen popped up and he seen me and I seen him, we just smiled, and it was like, that's my brother. And it was beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when we were in boot camp, he invited me to his wedding. And last night we were talking about, he said, I know you've never been to Cali, come to Cali. You know what I'm saying? Come out here. I'm getting married soon. I want you there. And, coming from that religion, you would never think that a lot of people, that's worldly people, have that just spirit that I want to share things with you. I want to build with you. I want to, develop a friendship with you, develop a brotherhood with you, because they teach you the only brotherhood is us. The only ones that love God and are true to God is us. We're the chosen ones. And for those that are leaving the organization, it's not true. And you'll learn it. Don't take my word for it. Just go through life. Just experience life. I'm not trying to convince you to join corrections. I'm not trying to convince you to join the police department. I'm not trying to convince you to join the military. Sorry, y'all got messages popping up. But what I am hoping you do, I am gonna say this, is face your fear. Go to places, and I'm not saying places that have a bad influence, but go to places that you would normally go. You know what I'm saying? Go to a club, go to a lounge, talk to people. You know what I mean? Go to go to an app and find, if you like to hike, find other hikers. If you like to ride motorcycles, find other people that like to ride motorcycles. You know what I'm saying? There are brotherhoods and sisterhoods out here that have nothing to do with religion. They don't care about religion. They care about who you are as a person and your character and the respect and love that you show them. And if you can do that, life will be good. Life will be beautiful. We're all going to have ups and downs. Life is going to life, right? But like I said before, whether you're a Jehovah's Witness or you're not, whether you're rich or you poor, whether you're black or you white, whether you're tall or you short, whether you're fat or you skinny, 24 hours ain't going to stop. It's not. So do you. Understand that a lot of those people in the organization are miserable, and they want to make you miserable. And when I started developing myself, when I started self-developing, and I'm gonna share something with y'all. See if I have it. I don't know if I have it close by. No, I don't. But there's a book I'm gonna share with y'all. I'm not gonna tell you what it is. I'm gonna share with y'all probably the next couple of videos. I'm not gonna say my next video because I don't want y'all to hold me to it. But my next couple of videos, I'm probably gonna share a couple of books I've been reading. And when you start self-developing, when you hit the gym is not just about your physical. It's also about your mental. It stimulates your mind, helps your psyche, helps you think and see things clearly. When you're doing all that stuff, you're reading books, you're not religious material, just books. When you're working out, you know what I'm saying, when you're getting fresh air, when you're eating different, you look at life differently. You're enjoying life. I'm enjoying life right now. I'm not stressed. I'm not worried about if brother so-and-so sees me outside, if sister so-and-so sees me outside. And in that religion, that cult, that's what you worry about. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing they can say to me now. I was in law enforcement, and I'm in the military currently. I'm living my life. I'm enjoying life. I'm networking with people. I'm building friendships. I'm building brotherhoods. You know what I mean? Enjoy your life. You only get one of them. So enjoy. This video is pretty much going to be about that. Enjoy your life. Live your life. Stop worrying what other people think. Go for jobs. Go for opportunities. Go for higher positions that you normally not go for because you're worried about going to a meeting 2-3 times a week. If you're watching my video talking about law enforcement, I apologize because it's just more a video for people that and not even Jehovah's Witnesses, been in any kind of cult, any kind of organization that controls your everyday life, your being, damn near controls your breathing. This is what this video is about, and breaking free of that. You know what I'm saying? And enjoying life and going for opportunities that you wouldn't go for. Investing your money in places you wouldn't invest. Maybe in cannabis, maybe in alcohol. You know what I'm saying? Doing things for yourself and for your family to level up. That they're not going to teach you, they're not going to help you, they're not going to assist you. All they're going to tell you is donate to our cause and sit your butt at this church or at this kingdom hall. And I'm telling you, put that to the wayside and be a normal human being. Go on a date. Go on a club. Take a nice exotic vacation. You know what I'm saying? Try new alcohol. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to promote, you to be drunk. I'm not trying to promote you to be around a whole bunch of men or a whole bunch of women. I'm saying enjoy your life because you only got one of it. You only got one of it. You only got 24 hours in a day. Make the best use of your time. Make the best use of your time. The best use of your network. The best use of your being, your DNA. That's what God put us on here, to be the best we can for this short period of time that we can be, and to elevate the next generation. So I hope this video helped somebody. I hope this video opened somebody's eyes. It's a little bit different than what I'm talking to. I'm not really teaching you about something. I'm just trying to share with you guys, those that are in a rut, those of you that are going through some things that are negative in your life. It's going to get better. Tell yourself it's going to get better. Talk to yourself. Give yourself positive affirmations every day. And through time, it's going to change. It takes time. It's not an overnight sensation. It's not an overnight thing. It takes time. But allow yourself some time. Allow yourself some grace. All right? Allow yourself some grace. Allow yourself some time to heal. You know what I'm saying? Before you start dating, before you start going for other positions, give yourself some time to acclimate yourself to your new way of being. You know what I'm saying? Go for that job that you would normally go for. Go for that position you would normally go for. You know what I'm saying? Whatever religion you're in, that's a cult that's controlling the places you work, the people you date, where you live. You know what I'm saying? It don't have to be JWs. It could be any kind of thing that's controlling you. Learn how to break free. Learn where you need help and seek the help, because there's people that want to help. There's people that want to be there for you, and it don't have to be your normal community. Just something to share with y'all. I love y'all. It's always love all the time. It's always respect. And if you find something that resonates with you, please share it in a comment. I don't mind conversing with you. I love conversing with people. I love building networks. You know what I mean? I love building communities. So if something I said resonate with you, something I said touched you, let me know. I'm human too. Sometimes seeing something I said help you helps me be better. So again, love, and I'll see you at the top.